Welcome you back to Black Siding Tonight. We're going to talk about BLM co-founder Patrisse Cullors buying a $1.4 million home in California. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. The BLM co-founder Patrisse Cullors had $1.4 million to spend on a home. I never could recall a social justice warrior activist having that much money to spend on a home. Remember when they said Black Lives Matter this year took in $90 million? They said they spent 30. Where did the other 60 go? Well, 1.4 million went to Patrisse Cullors' new house in the Topanga Valley of California, a secluded area in California. And you wonder why Michael Brown's father and Samaria Rice is extremely mad. This can be the biggest grift of all times, Black Lives Matter, which they took most of the money and send it to LGBTQ organizations and to presidential, at that time, candidate Joe Biden. None of that money got back to the community or the local Black Lives Matter organizations. We all know that many of them are suing Black Lives Matter corporate headquarters for not sending them any money. But we starting to see the picture is starting to come in clear that many of these dollars went for their personal interests, which was her buying a home. A lot of these three women have become multi-millionaires off the deaths of young black men. And we should be outraged that this is happening in our community. These women purport to fight for black men, but the only thing they're fighting for is LGBTQ rights, immigration rights, but it has nothing to do with black men. And these women should be indicted by our community for treason. The logo and the tag Black Lives Matter is an excellent tag, but was used for all the wrong reasons. To get other people fat, to get other people elected, to get other people's agendas pushed forward, but nothing to help black men and nothing to help the black community. They're being torched by black conservatives, but they're going to get torched by the rest of the black community. We just talked about Tamika Mallory and her Cadillac commercial. Now we see this, a $1.4 million home. How many black people struggling today can spend that much money on a home unless you have that much money on hand for yourself? This is probably one of the most disgusting things I have ever heard. Yes, we have heard of activists stealing, but we have never seen a grift this large. And I'm telling you right now, it was more than 90 million. You had large corporations offering 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 million dollars. We don't know the number. And we don't know where the dollars have gone because this is a George Soros run organization. This woman, Patrisse Cullors, said that she is a communist. She is a trained communist. Well, that trained communist seems like she wants to live a capitalist lifestyle. in the most exclusive areas in the Valley of California. We can't put up with this nonsense anymore. They use Samaria Rice's son, Michael Brown's son, so many other people's son, to push an agenda not for black people, but for other people and other organizations. And that's a sin that can't be forgiven, only forgiven by God. People get away with just about anything when it comes to black people because we refuse to hold our own accountable. If I was out in California, and if that's where she's at, I would be protesting at her house that she resell that house and give that money back to the people. She can't live this way. She can't live like a movie star. These people actually think now activism is the same as being a social media star, a musician star, an actor star. They're not taking this serious. They're just raking in the dollars, taking a piece for themselves, and sending it back up top, similar to what you would do when you was in a mob or you in a street gang. You get it cut, the rest go to the top. And that's what Patrisse Cullors and the other two are doing with Black Lives Matter. The name is a huge fundraising racket for BLM. This is absolutely disgusting. There's other words I could say, but you know about the YouTube algorithm. You have to be held accountable. And if you're not going to be held accountable by this community, then we're going to have grifters running around in every state trying to get the bag off of these dead bodies. Oh, you gonna hear from Samaria Rice. You gonna hear from Michael Brown's father. They about ready to go haywire. He want 20 million from Black Lives Matter. But she never even got in contact with him. Never even talked to him. This is one of the most arrogant things I have ever seen. And she actually believes that she deserves this. Man, I have nothing more to say. You see the article. You see what the article says. You can check it out for yourself because I'm extremely mad right now. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.